Hello everyone, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to go back to something that was asked to review because I played it at several levels, and that is going to be the strategy known as the 4 squeeze. So now the 4 squeeze is a strategy where we're laying the 4, hedging it against a hard 4, trying to build a foundation and trying to wait for that longer roll to make just a little bit of money. So before we get to the 4 squeeze, let's take care of a little business. If you don't mind with that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it if you click it. It means a lot to me. Also, a thumbs up would be great. So let's go ahead and head on over to the table, and we'll take a look at this 4 squeeze. Initially, I was playing it at a lower level, and I played it at several levels. So in this video, we're going to try to maybe explore several of those. It involves the lay-in of the 4 for a specific amount of money, a don't bet, and a hedge. Because the lay and the hedge are basically to make money on the come out. So what we're going to do is, in its simplest form, at least the way that I play it, we are going to lay the 4 for $140. We're going to come up with a $20 hard 4, and it's on. And then just a simple don't pass to get us out there, because when we get, some of the numbers we like, we'll be able to take max odds. And basically what we're doing here is we are going to run the strategy in order to build a foundation. And we build our foundation after we establish a point between what our don't pass is. And our don't pass doesn't have to be a quarter. It could come up to be higher than that, and that allows you to build a foundation. Once you get your foundation built, you're good to go. This is going to be a $10 table today, and you'll see what I mean by that. So I am just going to go ahead and just randomly roll these numbers so that they, I don't have to sit there and set the dice each time, and we'll just we'll see what takes place. So, all right, so we're coming out. We have 25 on the don't, 140 lay, and a $20 hard 4 protecting the 4. Takes one way away of killing us on that. And the other thing that you might want to do is you might want to throw $2 up on the yo. If the yo hits, you make $5. If the 7 comes out, you're going to get paid 70 minus the 20, which is 50, minus the quarter, which would be 25, and then you've also got the $2 on the yo. So you can see you're going to win on a come out 7 and 11, and it reduces your chances of that, because there's only 2 ways for it to actually beat you. Would be the easy 4 to beat you. All right. Don't forget that we also do have the wins on the 2 and the 3, but those total, those combinations are only 3. We really don't. It's just a bonus if that happens. The 12 is just a push. Dice are out. Speak of the 12, all right, it is going to cost us $2 because we're going to stay up on the yo. All right. So, first number is going to be a 12. Rolling these random. And there's a 3, 2, 5. All right, that'll be our point. So, the other thing is about odds. And how I have done this in several ways is why I guess people got a little confused. Take this $2 up from that. Is that at this particular moment, we have 140, which is 70, minus a 20. So we have 50 to win on the 4 and 25 down here. It gives us 75. We're trying to build the base as fast as we can. Since the point is the 5, we can use the field. We don't have to, but we can. I want to get to my base foundation, which at the $15 level is going to be 30, 60, 75, and then 81. So we have to get to 81 to be able to build it, and then we squeeze the 4 out and the hard 4 out, and hence the 4 squeeze. So we could do this a couple of ways. We could put some odds down here, put 30 down here to win 20 more, which would give us a 45 down here on the win, and 50 up there, which means we could really come out here and potentially get to our base in one hit. So we know that we have 50 and 25 is 75. So we could do something along the lines of this. All right, 30, 60. We're close to, and 25 is 85. That's close. We're going to also hedge it because we're going to come out with a come progression as well. Or we could actually come down here and add just a little bit more odds and maybe even bump these up a time or two. But right now, since this is our first visit to the table, we're not going to take any odds. I always take odds on the 10, typically single odds on the 5 and the 9, and either single to no odds on the 6 and the 8. So we're going to run 3 come progressions or until we get our base established. Now, I don't specifically like this $25 level there because if we hit the 6 or the 8 or the no field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and just pop this down to 15, and it offsets it just a tad bit more. So let's go ahead. Oh, forgot to establish the 5 in the KPI. All right, dice are out. And there's a quick 7 out. Good example of what's going to happen here. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to do this? We're going to lose this. I'm going to put this in the losing side. We're going to lose this and this. Going to put that in the losing side. That's going to pay there. That is going to pay down there. And then we are going to get $70 on the lay 4. So there's this, oops. There's the $70 on the lay 4. And also this $40 over here will also come down. So as you see, we've lost $45. We have won 50 and 70. So that quick 7 out or 0.7 out really does help. So these are losers. We'll take them off. Everything else here is a winner. We're just going to rack that up. Oh, I did forget the VIG on the first time. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the $6 VIG out on the 4 squeeze this time. That's for last time and this time. All right, come back over here with a $20 hard 4 and on. We'll go ahead and rack these. Come back out here for $2 on our yoke because we're going to be right back out on the come out. All right, dice are out. And there's a 9. Just going to switch things up just a little bit. I'm going to show you something a little different I'm going to do here with this, the way I'm going to play it, because we don't necessarily need to come in the field, but you know, you do get to pick up the rest of the numbers. We're going to lose the $2 on the yo. So with a 9, it's basically the same philosophy. 70 on the lay 4, minus a 20 gives us 50. We have 75 here. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to powerhouse my way right straight to the foundation within 1 or 2 rolls or close enough. I have got a 120 out here, which means that 50 and 25 is 75. I'm going to add some odds down here. Get some change. Sometimes I do this different down here. I'm just powerhousing this first couple rolls because I can always reduce my odds. I'm going to take the odds to 60 to win 40. So there's 65 and 55. Shoot. 65 and 50 is 115. We have 120 out here. We are going to come out with 20 in the field for as many times as we run this come progression. Those two things could wash if that 7 out or PSO comes relatively early. So we've got a point of 9. All right. Dice are out. And there's a 5, 1, 6. Now, if you see what I mean by powerhousing that, watch what's going to happen here. And this is at the 140 squeeze. I do play it at the 200 squeeze level, and these type of moves are very easy to make at that point. So there's a $70 win. That 6 is going to travel. Our $60 here will come off the table. We'll come back out here for a squeeze. 70, we only need 81. Guys, we are really close there. It's a no field lose on the 6 there. We're going to take $10, place that on the odds. And one of the things I did forget to do was I'm going to hop my 5s. I did forget to do that on the previous time. Save us some 10 bucks. Come back out here with the quarter in the field, and as you see, that $70 is sort of a wash. But remember, we put 60 back in the rack. All right, so that's a 6. All right, dice are out. And there's a 4, 3, 7. See, these are these quick 7 outs. Now, I think with this video, I'm going to probably just show you what happens on these quick 7 outs. All right, so let's take everything we're going to lose. We're going to lose the 20 on the hard forward, the 10 on the hot 5s. We're going to lose the 60 on the 8 and the 35 on the 9. We're going to get paid, and the quarter in the field. We're going to get paid here. We're going to get paid here, and then 60 wins us 40. So what we're taking off the table is that, but we haven't got paid on the lay 4 yet. There is our $70 on the lay 4, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, and we just won 70. Guys, you didn't go backwards. I think that illustrates the power of this strategy, as long as you don't get hit on that easy 4. Remember, there's 2 ways that can really kill you, and I mean, it's very disheartening when that happens. I can tell you guys that it does happen. One more time, let's get set back up here. We're at the basic level of the 4 squeeze. Go ahead and set everything back up. So I've taken the $2 out on the, I did not take the $2 out on the VIG. This is 3 change here now. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, so 140 lay, 20 working hard 4, $2 on the yo, and the 25. If you go over here and take a look at our rack, we have 500. We have 140, 160, 200. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're up about $30 maybe. That might be wrong. But in any event, let's go ahead and squeeze one more shooter into this, at least one more, maybe 2 more. Dice are out, coming out. 3, 4. See, now this is what happens when the easy 4 kills you. So I'm going to try to show you how I recover from that. So we're going to lose the lay. We're going to lose this. The point is going to become a 4. Okay, so we're going to lose the hard 4 as well. So that was a bad hit. It can happen. It did happen. There's not a whole lot that we can do about it. But what we're going to do is become very aggressive with this roll. 25, we're going to come up for 150 on the max odds. All right, we're going to go ahead and do 40 on the hard 4. 40. We don't have to turn it on because it will be on. And then we're going to get very aggressive with this play. All right, 20, 40, 60. So that's going to be, we have to get the 5 right away. We could hop it for 5, which would save us $15. We don't necessarily need to come up in the field, but if I did the field, I'm not going to do the field. I am going to place the 10 for the minimums. Okay, so there's 115. 75 and 25 is 100 and 125. So we're really close to being balanced on what we have in play in order to recover our money and also get back to making our foundation and making some money. All right, so the dice are out. And there's a acey-deucey, which is going to kind of hurt us on that because now we have $25 more invested in the game. So we're really $35 upside down, but there is nothing that we can do about that. Aces. Nothing we can do. All right. And the dice are out. And there's a 416. I just did realize, guys, I do have the wrong amount on the 6 and the 8. So my math was off in the beginning. Bear with me. So that would make us $40 upside down, $50 upside down, and it doesn't really make sense. So this 6 is going to travel. We're going to get paid $70. 70. Okay. We're going to pull the 60 down, put it in our rack, come back out with another come progression, and we are going to take, just because it's a 6, 20 in the odds there. So we were able to make 60 and 25. We're able to get $85 back of our loss. All right. So dice are out. Oops. Dice are out. And there's the hard 4. It is okay on the hard 4. Don't freak out over that because we're in the middle of a roll. It does happen. We're going to lose this 175 down here, but you're going to see what's going to happen. The 4 is going to come down. That's going to travel. We do have $40 on the hard 4. It's going to pay us $280. $280 is what we're going to get paid on the hard 4. Now we have to think about it because we got hit. We know we're coming back up for a quarter down here on the don't, but we need to figure out how we're going to hedge this. So what I'm going to do is, since we have the 4 placed up there and we're going to be coming out, I'm going to take this 15 down off of the 10. I'm going to shift $20. Actually, I am going to have to put $40 up there and on, and we're going to take this $200 and we're going to lay the 10, which requires a $5 bid. You notice I'm racking money. So we racked 85 and 50. That's 135 of what we got back. Now this lay on the 10, squeeze 10 if you will call it, will not stay up there very long. We're going to be off, and the reason why we're protecting that the way we are is because we have $70 exposed as a contract that's at play. These place bets will be off, and we also do want to come up. It seems like a waste of money to protect the 25 on the yo. So we had a hard 4. All right, and dice are out. And there's a hard 6. Unfortunately, that is going to hurt us. But, I mean, it's going to help us, sorry. The 6 is going to come up here. We are going to get paid 20 on the flat. And 20 is going to pay us 24. 24 for $1. 24 for $1. All right, so the point's going to be a 6. We don't specifically really like the 6. Going to have a come progression, but there's not a whole lot we can do at the moment. I would like to protect myself just a little bit more. The 6 I don't like. I am going to put odds because right now at the moment I am being protected by the 10. But we will leave that up for maybe one more roll or two, and that's going to be it before we bring the hard 10 down as well as place the 10. All right, dice are out. And there's a 4. That's perfect. Typically, on one of your come progressions, it's off and on. You don't get paid, but we will get paid a quarter. All right. So once again, there's another $25, as you see. 80 and 50 and 25 is what we've made back. You have to kind of keep this in your mind till you know when you get to the point when you want to turn things off. All right. Dice are out. And there's a 5, 4, 9. 9. I think that will be my third come progression, and I'm not going to run another one because I only do 3. So this is going to travel. We are going to get paid 35 on that 9. All right, 35 on that 9. And we're done with the come progressions. So now, as you can see, we've made about $160 back off the losing when we took a hit on the 175 here, and also the 140 we had on the easy 4 and the 40. So we're nowhere close to be, we're close, but we're not back to where we need to be. We're going to go one more roll on this lay 10 just to protect us, and then we're going to take that down. And I think I do need to pull up this $2 on that. So that was a 9. All right, dice are out. And there's a 5, a 415. That's probably going to be enough chances we're going to take out there. That's going to pay us $35. All right. And now what we will do is reduce down to our base. We're going to take the lay down. We're going to get our $5 vig back. We're going to take the hard 10 down. That is $40 coming back into play. We're going to reduce this and this down to table minimums, and we're just going to press the hell from that point forward. Need some whites. Remember, table minimums are 15. We never did establish our base because we had the quick 7 outs on the other ones. Okay, so now the good thing about this, the way we're playing this is with these come bets. I don't really care for the 4. I do need to place the 10 for the minimum. Is that if we hit the 25 on the 9 or the 4, we're just gonna place it for the minimum that's there, and we'll work it from there. Now these odds, I think I'm gonna leave just for a couple more rolls. I'm okay with that. That was a 5. I don't know that we're going to get very many more rolls into this at this level, but I'm going to try to keep this video short, maybe do a couple series. We'll see what happens if we can get one more shooter in after this one. Dice are out. And there's a 5, 3, 8. Perfect. Because what I want to show you is that if we don't make any money, playing this strategy preserves our bankroll while we wait for a much longer roll, instead of just putting place bets up there and getting knocked down. So the 8's going to pay us 21. I like to do half presses. I also like to be collecting once I get to my foundation. By the way, this is the foundation. Although we have the 25 on the 9 and the 4, they were contract come bets. If we hit those, they will come down. All right, there's 21. We're going to have press. So I'm taking the 8 to 24 and the 5 to 20, and we're racking 10. I think you're going to be surprised when we get done where we are with money, even if this is the last roll, last shooter in this video. If we go one more, dice are out. And there's a 5, 4, 9. Perfect example of what's going to happen. Now, if we had the 9 place, we could have had odds on it, but we don't. It's just going to be a flat $25 on the 9. That 9 will come down. We'll rack that, and we'll hand the dealer the minimum base. Remember, we're at our base, and we're working from there. So that's a 9. I'm getting close to pulling the odds on the 6 down because there's a couple things that we can do. If I wanted to pull my odds down and just place the 6 for 24, it's protecting 25. Right now, I kind of want to take advantage of this in case the 7 does come, because really we're about not quite even, but we're real close to being there. With this shooter, with the devastation that we've happened with this roll, we're close. And right now we're in preservation mode. We're recovering what we lost. And if we turns into a long roll, then we make money. Dice are out. And there's a AC doozy. And what I mean by that is preservation of our roll is that we are trying to make some money, but we went backwards. It's the casino. We came to gamble. You can't always win, but what you can do is minimize your losses. Dice are out. There's an 8. Perfect. And I'm just chicken feeding these guys. 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. All right, it's going to pay us 30 for 2. We have 24 on. It's going to pay us 28, so 30 for 2. And that's going to be a half press. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this to 30, the 8 to 30, and we're going to take the 5 to 25, and we're going to add 5 to the 20. That's $15. There's our half price. All right. 8. One more roll on this, and maybe we'll reduce the odds down. Dice are out. 6. We're not going to have to reduce the odds. Okay, it's no problem. It's okay. Don't worry. That 6 comes down. That's twice the shooter has burned us. We don't come back up on the don't. It's not our shot, so we're okay on that. The only thing that we have exposed at this particular moment is that quarter. I don't have to hedge it. I could, throw $5 out on the any 7 or hop the 7s for $6 each. Really, to me at this point, it's a wash. We're just going to take a chance at it. I would consider this shooter a little bit on the hot side, going up on his 15th roll. All right, dice are out. And there's a 5, 4, 9. It's no problem. We were off on the place bets. Our 4 was protected because we didn't hit the 7 or the 4. We could have won money. 9, we're just going to rotate that 20 over there. We're going to make it 24. And the point will be 9. And now, this particular moment, we're going to see what this shooter does, because he probably is going to be real close to his 7 out. And we do have a lot of money out there on the table. But if you come back and look at our bankroll, we started with 1,000. We have 5. We're up. We're still up. So right now, I don't have to do any dark side play. Unless I get knocked off on the 4 or the 10, I could also lay that. If the 4 or the 10 comes out on these next couple rolls, I will switch to a lay. Dice are out. And there's the 7 out. We're not going to have to worry about that. And this video will actually come to an end in this series of the Squeeze 4 at the primary base level, because we saw almost everything that could happen. The early 7 outs recovered. The getting smashed by hitting a big don't and getting hurt on the 4 with a leg. That comes down. And now that I think about it, I may have played that 4 wrong, because once I put the odds down here, I was supposed to take the 4 up. But these things happen at the casino. That definitely was played wrong. I'm going to have to go back and review the video before I publish this, just to make sure that I was right on that. And I'll put descriptions in the comments below. So real quick, let's go ahead and get the chips off the table. Let's count up the chips, see where we are. I think you're going to be surprised that we did not lose any money. All right, remember, we started with 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's your 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50. 75. 'There's your 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So with the hit that we took on that 4, we still wound up being not down, but $126 ahead. Hey guys, if you liked the video, how about a thumbs up? If you would, if you don't mind, if you would, please hit that red subscribe button and ring that bell. Until next time, guys, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. As always, I want you to be safe and play smart.